Well, the Yankees are 7-6, and they are headed back home to take on the Cleveland Guardians. In this episode, we'll get a quick series preview. We'll talk about what's gone right with the Yankees and what's gone wrong, and then we'll dig into your viewer voicemails. And by the way, we're having a little Friday night watch party because the game is on Amazon Prime. I'm Derek, and this is the Frieze.
Good afternoon. How do you like that? And a miss on 2-2.
Okay, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not only a fantastic movie, but perfectly describes the Yankees' season so far. First of all, the pitching has been phenomenal. 2.58 team ERA. That's first in the American League. And the team health has been better than in recent years. It seems like each of the last several years we've had a couple of guys on the IL to begin the season. So far this year that hasn't been the case. And the bullpen has been phenomenal, and I think they can get even better because we haven't seen the best of Aroldis Chapman yet. Even though he hasn't allowed an earned run, the walks have been higher than usual, 4 walks in 5 1/3 innings. And Jonathan Loaisiga has a 7.11 ERA. That's not typical of him. He's been fantastic over the last couple of years. 6 1/3 innings, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts for him, 7.11 ERA. Just not what you'd expect. But the rest of the bullpen has been fantastic. Mike King has been lockdown, 1.17 ERA. Clark Schmidt has taken a huge step forward this year. He's pitched to 7 1/3 innings of a 1.23 ERA. Lucas Litke has been great. Clay Holmes has been great. And on the offensive side, you've got some guys that are coming around. IKF has been showcasing the wheels lately, picking up more base hits, exactly what we said we needed. DJ LeMahieu has an 8-game hitting streak entering this series with the Guardians. He's looking like he's coming back. Anthony Rizzo leads the team with 4 home runs and headed back to the Bronx, swinging the bat pretty well. You got to like his chances to do some damage this weekend. As far as the bad goes, the big guys aren't getting it done. Giancarlo Stanton, after his hot start, is hitting just .216 with a .226 on-base percentage and a .353 slugging percentage, all of those well below what you'd typically expect for him, which tells me that there's probably a hot streak coming soon. Aaron Judge has just 2 RBIs in 54 plate appearances. That's not going to get it done, just 1 home run. We need these guys to step up and carry this offense because without them, this team just cannot score runs as we've seen. And the ugly, we've currently got 4 guys, 4 regulars, hitting under 200. Kyle Higashioka is the worst offender. He comes in at .097. Gleyber Torres off to a slow start. He's hitting .167. He struck out 9 times in 36 at-bats. Josh Donaldson hitting .191. He struck out 17 times already in 13 games. And then Joey Gallo, absolutely atrocious, hitting just .135, no home runs, no RBIs, no doubles or triples or extra base hits of any kind, 16 strikeouts, 6 walks, certainly not what you'd expect from him. Typically, even though he strikes out a lot, he can be counted on as a power bat, but obviously that has not happened yet. And as a result of all these offensive struggles, the Yankees are just 7-6 and have missed an opportunity to have maybe 9 or 10 wins by this point, and a nice early cushion in the division. They are just 12th in runs scored with 39, yet because their pitching has been so great, they maintain a positive run differential. Now there's good, there's bad, there's ugly, and then there's just plain frustrating and perplexing, and I think Gerrit Cole falls into both of those categories. Through 3 starts, he's pitched 11 1/3 innings, got a 6.35 ERA, 8 earned runs allowed, 7 walks allowed, 3 home runs allowed, and 12 strikeouts. He couldn't make it out of the 2nd inning against the Detroit Tigers, which should be a layup for Gerrit Cole. Now, there's been weird, fluky things that have happened in each of his starts. Opening day, there was the Billy Crystal situation in which the game was delayed by a few minutes because the Yankees wanted to, I don't know, celebrate the fact that it was opening day and have a New York icon throw out the first pitch, and Gerrit Cole started freaking out about this, which, in my opinion, is unacceptable. This is part of what comes along with being a Yankee. You can't just get all the money and all the fame and not have to deal with any of the pomp and circumstance. Do you think Andy Pettitte or David Cone or Roger Clemens would have freaked out because there was a World Series flag-raising ceremony? If you can't handle a little bit of pageantry and a little bit of a disruption to your schedule, maybe you shouldn't be the opening day or opening playoff pitcher anymore. In the second start, you could say that you run into a buzzsaw with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who had a monster day and hit some tough pitches. And you can point to the cold and the fluky conditions in the last outing against Detroit, but the Yankees bullpen came in and threw zeros. So to me, it's just a matter of Gerrit Cole not being prepared and not being focused enough. He wants to be this big, badass gunslinger. Well, you got to put on your big girl panties and pitch through some difficult situations. Quick series preview, and then we will get to your voicemails. And in town this weekend, the rebranded Cleveland Guardians, who've scored 68 runs this season. That's almost twice as many as the Yankees have scored. They've allowed 43 runs. They've got a pretty good team ERA as well, 2.86. They've got some really good pitching, even though Cal Quantrill is on the IL. They've got Zach Plesac. They've got Shane Bieber. They've got Aaron Savali. They've got an unbelievable closer, Emmanuel Clase, who throws a 100-plus mile-an-hour cutter. They're good, and they're a case study for why batting average actually does matter. Jose Ramirez hitting .426 with 20 RBIs. Hard to knock in runs when you're not getting hits. Steven Kwan also making a name for himself. 1.1 WAR already this season. .382 batting average, .511 on base percentage. The man just doesn't swing and miss. But has struck out just 3 times. Hey, it's worth noting that Friday night's game is on Amazon Prime Video. So if you don't have access to Amazon Prime Video, you're not going to be able to watch the game. As far as I know, it's not going to be on MLB TV. I'm going to be having a watch party on my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play since there is no access for many people to the play-by-play tonight. Won't be able to stream the game live, but you will be able to at least follow along with the action. So come on over to the channel tonight, 7:05 p.m. First pitch is at 7:07. The last 3 innings will be for members only. So it will be a bit of a more intimate gathering, but feel free to stop on by, and if you don't want to miss the last 3 innings, go ahead and click the join button to become a member.
I think they might not re-sign Aaron Judge. Really, the main reason to sign him would be because he makes the team a ton of money, because they have the Judges Chamber seats, and he's the face of the franchise, sells 1 million jerseys, etc. However, they have Stanton locked up to the end of his career as a right-handed hitting outfielder / DH. So why would they lock up Judge to the end of his career for another 7, 8, 9, 10 years, whatever, to be another right-handed hitting outfielder DH? Hey Derek, Nick from Connecticut. Here's another thought. The only righties that should be in this lineup are Judge, Stanton, DJ, and Volpe when he comes up. That's 4 righties. The other 5 spots should all be switch hitters or lefties. Cashman made a big mistake this offseason by getting Donaldson to play third base because he's a right-handed hitter. The Mets signed Eduardo Escobar for a very affordable contract. He's a switch hitter, and he's one of the best third basemen in the league right now, hitting .890 or having 891 OPS.
Yeah, hi, this is Eric from upstate New York. Yeah, I'm just thinking that maybe they should have kept Gardner and put Gallo to the gallows.
Hey, Derek. This is Tony calling from upstate New York. Huge fan of the show. Major red flags with this team that if we don't fix them soon, going to be detrimental to us. We're notorious for digging ourselves a hole in early April and May, and then, spending the rest of the summer trying to climb out of that hole. And it starts with Boone at the top. Stop experimenting with the lineup. We need to establish some sort of consistency.
I'm sorry, Boone has got to go. He's making stupid mistakes. You don't change the batting order the way he's been doing. And other things he's been doing is not good.
Hey, Derek. For Gallo's career, he has 786 hits plus walks and has struck out 900 times. So he's struck out more times than he's been on base. Can Florio be any worse at this point? It might even be nice to see someone else think it up for a change. Thanks.
Hey, Derek, it's Izzy. Rough way to end the series. I don't know what to do with this lineup. They need to change something, man. I think it's time to either trade Torres or Gallo. What do you think? Let me know. Have a good day, man.
Hey, Derek, it's Andrew. What do you think would it take for the Yankees to trade for Corey Seager? Would it take Gallo, Glaber, and a prospect? Or do you think we would lose that trade and we should throw in an outfielder who can actually hit above 200 and not strike out every at-bat?
So just to answer your question real quick, the Rangers are not going to trade Corey Seager. They just signed him to a 10-year contract. Why would they trade him? If the Yankees wanted Corey Seager, they could have signed him. They chose not to.
Hi, this is James. I'm calling from Canada. Been watching the Yankees for 30-plus years. And I just wanted to say that so far this season, it seems like we are scarily reminiscent of exactly the issues we were having last year. We definitely can't score runs, and we're leaving our pitchers out to dry, and it's pretty horrifying. I know we all try to not get too excited early in the season, but right now things are looking way too familiar, and that's not a good sign. Anyway, enjoy the show. Thanks.
Yeah, this is Steve. Can someone explain to me why Aaron Judge is hitting third? Why is DJ LeMahieu not hitting second consistently? He's one of the few players that can hit behind a runner if somebody's on first. Why are we wasting Judge hitting second? That's crazy. So is the rest of Boone's lineup most of the nights.
Derek, you got to do me a favor, man. You have to put Hicks saying, we're going to have some FU. Remember that line? Please edit together all the Yankee pop-ups and all the Yankee blunders while just playing fart noises and then have Hicks say that, please, because it would make my day. Like, you have no idea. Because that's pretty much what this whole season has been, and we're only 3 weeks into the season. It's been one big fart. So I really would appreciate that. Thanks.